How are you? Hope you're doing great. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is my Countup series to the Spotlight event. And my name is Oseremi. I'm an author, amidst other things. I am an IT professional. I'm a business owner. And this is basically today I have a countdown, or I call it a count up series to a spotlight event happening on Saturday. Yeah, with an amazing library based in California. They've been promoting my book for over a month now, or my books rather. So this is me, sharing a little bit about what's in the book and just, my journey so far. So today is day 3, and thanks for joining me. And I'm more than grateful. I'm more than grateful, right? Specifically because this library, they have seen much more as it pertains to these books and have taken it upon themselves to promote it within, their county, their region, and all of that, right? So I'm so happy. I'm excited. And this is just me saying thank you to the library staff and every other person involved in promoting the book within our region. Okay, so today I'm talking about courage. Okay, courage, because when my book talks about shining in your spotlight, courage is something that is crucial, right? In living out fully, to shine in your spotlight, to live out your best life, right? To live out the life that God has called you to. Courage is that bridge that is between where you are now and that spotlight that you're meant to shine in fully, right? The full expression of who you are. People talk about, oh, they want, maybe they want to be rich, they want to have more money, they want to shine, they want more opportunities, they want to grow, but very few talk about that aspect of courage, right? That takes you into that step, that keeps you in the loop of things, right? Courage and growth go together in essence. Courage and growth go together. That if you do not have the courage to, you may just be wanting stuff. You may just be wanting a better life. But if you do not apply courage, right, to enter into that next level of your life, you never will. If you allow fear, doubts, everything that is negative hold you back, if you allow self-limiting beliefs hold you back, you will never step into the fullness of who you are. So courage is something that is important. Like I said, courage and growth go together. Now, most people, like I said, they may want the recognition and things like that, but preparing for it, like we discussed yesterday, is an inward work. So that courage, that courage to grow, that courage to fully express yourself must come from inside you, right? Because only few people may want to be involved in uncomfortable conversations. Only few people may want to be stretched beyond their normal limits. Only people go through the journey of self-discovery. Only few people, have those moments to force themselves to evolve. But in this life, the crucial part of living fully is taking that bold step, right? That bold step. I wasn't always confident. I wasn't always courageous. I wasn't always somebody who would want to. In fact, I'm not sure I used to even come on social media to even post a picture. I'm sure at some point was a problem, right? I wasn't somebody who was courageous enough to do certain things, right? To speak in front of people, right? Sharing my story was never easy. Like I rather putting my book out there for me was vulnerable, right? So because of course I always used to think opening myself up for judgments. I mean, that was scary. What will people think about me? And I know there are many people in this bubble today that still believe, oh, what will people think about what I'm doing and things like that, right? But until you get the courage to break out of all of those things, you never will really truly grow, right? Growth doesn't happen in perfection. So if you're still waiting for that perfect time to do what you have to do, there will never be a perfect time. It means that you're going to continue to be in that loop, right? So get the courage from within you to do the things that you need to do, because in the midst of fear, in the midst of self-doubt, in the midst of unbelief is where you get the courage to do those things. Because courage, it doesn't mean that you're not still afraid. It doesn't mean that you're not you're not doubting yourself, but you choose to move past it, right? And as you put those action to work is when you begin to realize that many things are a mirage, right? It looks like it's there in front of you, but once you take that step, guess what? The mirage keeps moving in front, like it's never there, right? So what are those things, for me saying to you today, what are those things that have held you back? What are those things that are holding you back from fully expressing who you are, from fully living out your life, right? Your spotlight moment will never arrive until you move past that phase, right? Your spotlight moment will never arrive until you move past that phase of doubting yourself, of what will people think about me, right? You shine only when you speak, like you would only start to shine when you move past those phases to living out your best life. So get the courage you need. And of course, to get courage is not like I said, it comes from within. You also need the right environment to be able to bring out that best in you. Okay, so these are the things that, I mean, that is an aspect that I discussed in the book. That is one of the message of the book, right? The fact that you need courage to be able to shine in your spotlight. So it's about you becoming, right? It's about you stepping into what you were created to do, what you were created to be, because every one of us indeed has a spotlight. But some people's spotlight is shining so bright while other people's own are just there, right? Are just there, dimmed. So do you want to shine, or do you want it to be dimmed? Because every one of us has a purpose. We have something to express. Because in the end, right, the world has been created in a way that there's space for everyone to shine. There's room for your gifts to be expressed, right? There's a purpose that is attached to you, to your name when God made you. Nobody else was meant to shine more than the other. It's just that we have diverse gifts, right? Everybody comes with their own unique gifts. Nobody else can shine your light for you. You have to be your cheerleader. You have to be that the one on the driver's seat, the pilot, right? That takes your life to that next level. And guess what? People are not going to help you take it. They will only come and join you once you have taken off, right? So get the courage to do those things that you know you're supposed to do. Get the courage to do those things that you know will take you to the next level, right? Regardless of fear, regardless of what people think, regardless of, I mean, in spite of yourself, right? Even in spite of yourself. So now let me just ask you, even as I wrap up right now, what is that thing that you're fearing the most? What is fear that is, where is that fear, right? That is trying to hold you back? What area of your life do you feel like I'm still afraid to try this. I'm still afraid to do this. And what is that one step you think you can take, right? To move towards shining in your spotlight. What do you think is that next step? What do you think is one thing that you can do differently? Because it has to be something different. It's not the same routine that you do. It's not the same things. It's something that you must do different. You can leave a comment. You can reach out to me, like send me a DM, right? If you know that this, right, inspires you. What is that thing that you need to do differently that will take your life to the next level? Those are the kinds of things you need to start doing today. I didn't say tomorrow. I said today. Okay, so for me, I think that's enough conversation for today, knowing that I mean, let me just wrap it up, knowing saying that courage is that thing that will take you from where you are to where you ought to be. So you need to make bold moves that is beyond you, beyond the normal things that you do. So get the courage to do so. If you know it's the right environment you need, the right things that you need to be doing, figure those things out so that you can start to work in it. So once again, I'd like to thank this amazing library that is promoting my book so far. And I'm really looking forward to Saturday, and I'm hoping that you're going to join me on Saturday, and that's going to be 11 a.m. PST time, Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so even as I go, I want to say to you today, choose courage, choose growth, choose to show up, even if you don't feel perfect, even if you don't feel like this is the perfect time, because there is never a perfect time, okay? Because your spotlight is waiting on you, right? That destination is waiting, it's like a moving target, right? So that next level is waiting on you to grow, to become who you are supposed to be, so that you can walk adequately in it. So it starts with a decision. I hope you take that decision today, and I'll say enjoy the rest of the day. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. Bye.